Can women over 50 wear their hair long? And if not, what's the most appropriate age to get it all cut off? Hi, I'm Shelley and welcome to Fabulous 50s. Today, I've got 5 tips to share with you that will help you work out whether long hair is going to suit you over 50 or whether it's a great time for you to get it cut off. But here's the thing. I get so many comments from people about my hair. Some of them say your hair's great, but some of them say, Shelley, cut your hair off. It's making you look so old. And it's just people's opinion. And I'm okay with that. I don't really mind. But this video is for those people who do mind and who do get offended when people say, get your hair cut. And I dedicate this video to a dear friend of mine who is 74 and she has very long hair down to about here. It's very fine. She wears a fringe and it's straight. And she came to me a couple of months ago and said, Shelley, I'm so stressed out because everybody wants me to get my hair cut. My family, those are her daughters, and her friends are saying, you know, you're too old to be wearing your hair this long. And she said, it's stressing me because my hair's my identity. I've had it for my whole life and it makes me feel really good and I love it. And I know that it's thin and I know that you can see my balding patches, but I don't care. But the pressure from the outside world is really hurting me. So this video is for everybody who's feeling a little bit uncertain. The first rule is it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Your hair is about you and your personality. So these tips today are going to help you sort of figure it out a little bit better to help suit your personality, but ultimately do what feels good for you. If you're cutting your hair to please somebody else, like my friend's thinking of doing, you'll be unhappy, so they're happy. It doesn't make sense and you don't need to do that. So let's get started with these tips. 2 of the tips are formulas and the other 3 are tips. And the first tip is a formula. And this formula will help you work out whether long hair or short hair is going to suit your individual face. And you can take it or leave it. It doesn't matter. This is just good to know. First thing you do is take a photo on your phone directly in front of your face, not up here or down here, just directly in front. And with that photo, get a tape measure. And you're going to measure the photo on your phone. And you're going to measure from across your face to your ears. That's going to be measurement 1. And measurement 2 is going to be from the top here to your chin. That's going to be measurement 2. And if your measurement from here to here is less than 1.5 times this measurement, you have a short face. And if your measurement from here to here is greater than this measurement, 1.5, you have a long face. So on my photo, this measurement equals 3 centimetres and this measurement equals a little bit more than 5 centimetres. And using my face as an example for a long face, there are things we can do. So if you're going to wear your hair long, you can layer it around the face to widen this area, to widen out the length. And layers are going to do that for me. So even though my hair is long, it's layered in around the face. And another thing you can do if you have a long face is you can wear a side swept fringe or a straight fringe, because what that's going to do is it's going to shorten the width between here and here. And you can do whatever you like. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. They're just fun tips. But that fringe is helping bring my face in to make it a little bit shorter. If you have a short face, so that's less than 1.5 times the width of your face, you can lengthen your face if you like by bringing your hair down longer at the sides. So you're going to bring layers down and it's going to lengthen your face. And another thing to help lengthen a short face is by adding height. And if you're from the 80s, you're going to love height because you're used to it. That's all we used to do, no matter what shape face you had. So that's great for you if you have a short face and you want to play with it and experiment. Try adding a bit of height here and a bit of length here. So long or short, these rules apply. The second tip is also a formula and it's really helpful. And this tip is going to help you work out whether you can wear a pixie cut or a very short cut, because not everybody can. And the formula is to take the bottom of your ear and measure from the bottom of your chin. And this formula says that if the distance between here and here is less than 5.5 centimeters, a pixie cut is going to suit you. And if it's more than 5.5 centimeters, you might need to add a little bit of length to your hair. And this is so true. You have a look at some photos of women who look amazing with very short pixie cuts, and you'll notice they've got a short distance from here to here. Check out these photos and these photos and these photos. All these women are short. Have you ever noticed that before? If you're trying to figure out whether it's perfect for you, this formula will really help. And when I was younger, I did get my hair all cut very short, and I went to the hairdresser and said, I want this haircut. I took a photo and I got the haircut, and it looked so wrong on my face. It didn't suit me at all. All I wanted to do was grow my hair back. And that's why it's this length. I had too much chin, too much bottom half, and the top, it didn't match. It wasn't in harmony. So hopefully this formula will help you figure out why you look great with a pixie cut or why you don't look so great with a pixie cut. Okay, next tip. My third tip is about the texture of your hair. If your hair is frizzy, you've got different rules to if your hair is straight. And if your hair is thick, you have different rules to if your hair is fine. So let's start off with frizzy hair like mine. My hair goes out here when I just wash it. And what I do is I let it dry naturally, heat curl it, and then that will last me for a whole week, just like this. I just brush it and go, and I do my fringe every morning. If I had short hair and my hair was here, I would have this giant big mess every morning to do. So people who say to me, get your hair cut short, they don't understand that it would take me an extra hour every day to get my hair right. Because when it's long, I can put it in a ponytail, put it in plaits, put it in a side pony, put it in a bun. It's easy. All I have to do every day is wash my fringe and blow dry it. So that for me suits my lifestyle and it suits my personality. And that's very different to hair that's fine and straight. So if you've got hair that's fine and straight, you probably want to add volume to it. And it's much easier to add volume to shorter hair in that case, because the longer it is, the more it gets pulled down, the sort of more fine and straight it's going to appear. Yet when you cut your hair, you can get more volume in it by adding product. So that's a really important point when other people are telling you what to do. It's got nothing to do with them. It's got everything to do with your hair texture, your face, and your personality. Tip number 4 is made for women over 50. And this is about matching the texture in your skin with the texture in your hair. So it's perfect for us because we're getting more and more textured as we get older. And by texture, I mean fine lines and wrinkles, sunspots, freckles, unevenness in our skin. So if we've got all that going on in our face, having a bit of texture in our hair brings harmony to our look. And when you're younger and everything's smooth and taut, you can wear your hair perfectly straight and sleek and shiny, and it's just harmonious. But if you've got sleek, shiny hair, perfect, when you're older, there's going to be more of a contrast between the look of your face, the texture, and the perfectness of your hair. It looks amazing on some women, but most of us can't get away with it. And that's okay. Nature's kind of helping us out here. So as we get older and our hair starts to go grey, it becomes more wiry. So when you think about the texture in your face and the texture in your hair being similar, it makes a lot of sense. And we can work with that. So how do we get texture in our hair? One way is to cut layers into your hair so that it's not completely smooth. And you can add layers around your face, which is perfect for an aging face. A second way is to add color texture. So 2 colors is going to give you texture. It's going to make your hair more voluminous, more textured. So that would look like lowlights and highlights like I've got, or, a little bit of lightening around the face. That's texture. And grey hair is also texture. So when you start to grow grey, it's different colours. Different colours in your hair is texture. But not everybody suits grey hair, and I'm one of them. So people with red hair don't really look that great with grey hair. People with black hair when they're young look amazing. People with heavy eyebrows, dark eyebrows look amazing with grey hair. But for my colouring, no, it's not going to work for me. So I'm going to keep colouring my hair because I can. And tip number 5 is to keep bulk at the bottom if you're going to wear your hair long. And what that means is to make sure that all of the split ends are attended to, that you chop them off. Because when you've got that fine, scrappy hair at the bottom, that's very, very aging. And it doesn't look good on young women either. So we need to keep it trimmed. And when you've got that more dense, blunt cut at the bottom, it makes it look thicker and fuller. And my friend, this is what I said to her because she had a lot of split ends. Just instead go for a really good trim because it makes your hair look healthy. But here's the tip. Cut it on the full moon or 3 days before, and it grows back so much quicker. Now, I know many of you will say that is just not true because your hair's dead down the bottom. And yes, I agree with you, but it works, I promise you. And you can't say it doesn't work unless you've tried it. And if you try it and it doesn't work, then you'll know. But if you are going to make the sacrifice and cut it off anyway, you have nothing at all to lose. So to my beautiful friend with long hair who's worried and pressured by the whole world to get it cut off, you do you. You feel as good as you can in the hair that you have and just enjoy it. And everyone else out there, don't worry about what everybody else says. That's their opinion. If you get your hair cut to make them happy, that's ridiculous. And we don't want to be ridiculous. Let me know in the comments below where your hair sits. Does it sit at your bottom, hips, shoulder length, or pixie, or anywhere in between? But more importantly, how do you feel about it? Please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and remember to subscribe to Fabulous 50s. And if you'd like to continue watching, choose either of these videos next for style tips for women over 50. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day.